Here is our next video for the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. We are going to discuss the other provisions of this act which is given in the Narcotic Drug 1985. In this video we are going to discuss these topics and we are able to understand what is the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act and what are the provisions are given in this Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. In previous lecture we have discussed the introductory part of this act and we are going to discuss the other provisions of this act according to our presentation on this act. The Narcotic Drug and Act Psychotropic Substances in 1985 have passed at the day of 16 September 1985. An act to consolidate and amend the law relating to narcotic drugs to make stringent provision for the control and regulation of operations relating to narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, to provide the forfeiture of property derived from or used in illicit traffic in narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. To implement the provisions of the International Convention on Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances and for matters connected therewith, be it enacted by Parliament in 36th year of the Republic of India as follows. Chapter 1. We have previously discussed that any act has many chapters. In the series of the chapters, the chapter 1 preliminary, short title and commencement extent of this act. This act may be called as the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. It extends to the whole of India and it applies also to all citizens of India outside, to all persons on ship and aircraft registered in India, where they may be. It shall come into force on such date 3 as the central government may by notification in the official gazette appoint, and the different dates may be appointed for different provisions of this act and for different state, and any references in such provisions or to the commencement of the act shall be constructed in the relation of any state as a reference to the coming into force of the previous to that provision that in the state. There are some definitions which are the part of this act. The definition of in this act, unless the context otherwise require. First definition is addict. Who is addict? By this act, addict means a person who has dependence on any narcotic drug or psychotropic substances. In other ways, we can say that any person who cannot survive, who cannot live his life properly without the narcotic drug, that can be said to be addict. What is the definition of board? Means Central Board of Excise and Customs constitute under the Central Board of Revenue Act 1963, 54, section 54 of the 1963. Cannabis, cannabis means hemp, and charas, that is the separated resin in whatever form, whether crude or purified, obtained from the cannabis plant, and also includes concentrated preparation and resin known as hashish oil or liquid hashish. Ganja, that is the flowering or fruiting tops of the plant cannabis, excluding the seeds and leaves when not accompanied by the tops, by whatever name they may be known or designated, and any mixture with or without any natural material of any of the above forms of the cannabis or any drink prepared therefrom. Cannabis plant means any plant of the genus cannabis. Central government factories. When we call the factories central government factories, there is a definition for this. Means factories owned by the central government or factories owned by any company in which the central government holds at least 51% of the paid up share capital. When the capital of this any company shared by central government in the 51%, that is called the central government factory. Coca derivative means what should said be to be coca derivatives? Coca derivatives means cocaine, that is an extract of coca leaf which can be used directly or indirectly for the manufacture of the cocaine. Crude cocaine means that any extract can be used for the manufacture of cocaine. Econi, ecogen, ecogenine, egonine, and all the derivatives of the egonine from which it can be recovered. Cocaine, that is methyl ester or benzoyl econine and its salt, and all the preparation containing more than 0.1% of the cocaine. Coca leaves means the leaves of the coca plant, except the leaves except the leaves from which all ecogene, cocaine, and any other ecogene alkaloid have been removed. Any mixture thereof with or without any natural material, but does not include any preparation containing more than 1% of the cocaine. Coca plants, coca plants, coca plants means that the plants of any species of genus Perthroxane, commercial quantity commercial quantities are in relation to narcotic drug and psychotropic substances means any quantity greater than the quantity specified by the central government by notification in the official gazette. Controlled delivery, means the technique of allowing illicit or suspect consignment of narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, controlled substances, or substances substituted for them to pass out of or through or into territory of India with the knowledge and under the supervision of an officer empowered in the behalf of duly authorized under the section 50A with the review of the identifying the persons involving the commission of an offence under this act. The next definition is corresponding law. Corresponding law means any law corresponding to the provisions of this act. Controlled substance mean any substance which the central government may having regard to the available information as to its possible use in the production of manufacture of narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances of the provision of any international convention by notification in the official gazette declared to be the controlled substances. Convenience means a convenience of any description whatsoever and includes any aircraft, vehicle or vessel. Essential narcotic drug means the narcotic drug notified by the central government for medical and scientific use. The third, the illicit traffic in relation to narcotic drug and psychotropic substances means cultivating any coca plant or gathering any portion of coca plant, cultivating the opium, poppy or any cannabis plant, engaging in the introduction, manufacture, processing, sale, purchase, transportation, warehousing, concealment or using the consumption, import, interstate export, interstate import into India, export from India or transshipment of narcotic drug or psychotropic substances. Dealing in an activities of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances other than those referred in subclass 1 to 3. Handling or letting out any premises for the carrying of on one any activities referred in the subclass 1 and 4. Then those permitted under this act or any rule or order made of or any conditions of any license term authorization issued thereunder and includes financing directly or indirectly any of the enforcemental activities, abetting or conspiring the furtherance of or in support of doing any of the aforementioned activities. and harboring person engaged in any of the aforementioned activities. International conviction means the single conviction of narcotic drug 1968 adopted by the United Nations Conference at New York in 1961. The protocol amending the convention mentioned in subclause adopting by the United Nations Conference at Geneva in March 1972, the Convention of Psychotropic Substances 1971 adopted by the United Nations Conference of Vienna in February 1971, and any other international convention or protocol or the instrument amended an international convention relating to narcotic drug and psychotropic substances which may ratified or exceeded by the commencement of this act. What is the definitions of the manufacture? Manufacture in relation or to narcotic drug and psychotropic substances include manufacture. All the process other than production by which such drugs or substances may be obtained. Refining of such drugs or substances, transformation of such drug or substances, and making of preparation otherwise than in a pharmacy prescriptions with or containing such drug or substances. Manufacturing drug means all coca derivative, medicinal cannabis, opium derivative and poppy straw concentrate, any other narcotic substances or preparation which the central government may, having regard to the available information as to its nature, to a decision if any under any international convention by notification in the official gazette declared to be manufacture of drug, but does not include any narcotic substances or preparation with the central government may having regard to the available information as to its nature. Second one is medicinal cannabis, that is medicinal hemp, means any extract of or tincture of cannabis hemp. Narcotic commissioners means narcotic commissioner appointed under section 5. Narcotic drug means coca leaf, cannabis, opium, poppy straw include all manufacture of drug. Opium, the coagulated juice of the opium poppy and mixture with or without any natural material of the coagulated juice of opium poppy, but does not include any preparation containing more than 0.2% of morphine. Opium derivative are opium derivative processes necessary to adapt medicinal use according with the requirement of Indian Pharmacopoeia and other pharmacopoeia notified in the behalf of by central government, whether in the power from the granulated or otherwise or mixed natural material. Prepared opium, that is an product of opium obtained by a series of operations. Phenethrin alkaloid, namely morphine, codeine, thiamine and their salt. Diacetylmorphine, that is alkaloid prepared by dimorphine, heroin or its salt. All preparation containing more than 0.2% of morphine or containing any diacetyl morphine. Opium poppy means the plant of the species Papaver somniferum, and the plant of any species Papaver somniferum. Opium and the plant pantherine alkaloid can be extracted, and which the central government may notification in the official gazette declare to be opium for the purpose of this act. Poppy straw means all the part except the seed of the opium poppy after harvesting, whether in their original form cut or cut or poppy straw means all the part after harvesting with their original form of cut, crushed or powdered, and whether or not juice that has been extracted therefrom. Poppy straw concentrate means the material arising when poppy straw has entered into the process of the concentration of its alkaloid. Preparation in the relation of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances means any one or more than such drug of substances doses or many any solution or mixture in whatever physical state containing one or more such drugs or substances. Prescribed means the prescribed by rules under the act. Production means the separation of opium, poppy straw, coca leaves or cannabis plant. Psychotropic substances means any substances natural or synthetic, or any natural material or any salt or any preparation or of such substance or material include in the list of psychotropic substances specified in the schedule. To export from India with the grammatical variation, so see some definition of what import sell small quantities import into India. To export from India, the grammatical variation cognate expression means to take out of India to a place outside of India. To export interstate means to take out at state union territory, India, Indian, other and union territory. To transport means take from one place to another place within the same state or union territory. Use in relation of narcotic in relation to narcotic and psychotropic substances many and means any kind of use except personal consumption. Words or expressions use herein and not be defined in the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Here is the one definition: power to add or omit the list of psychotropic substances. The central government may, if satisfied that it is necessary to expedient so to do so the basic of the information and evidences which has become available to it with respect to the nature and effect of the abuse or scope of abuse of any substances, natural or synthetic, or natural material, or any salt or preparation of such substances of material, and the modification or provision which they have been to, or any international convention with respect to such substances, natural material, the salt preparation of the such substances or material. Here is the chapter second, authorities and officer. Central government to take measure to preventing the combating use of any illicit traffic in the drug and psychotropic substances. Central government shall take measures to schemes, authorities and officers, assistance to the concerned authorities in foreign countries and concerned international organizations with a view to facilitating coordination and universal action to prevention, suspension of illicit traffic in narcotic, drug and psychotropic substances, identification, treatment, education, aftercare, rehabilitation and social reintegration of addicts, availability of narcotic, drug and psychotropic substances for medical and scientific use, such other matters as the central government deems necessary or expedient to for the purpose of securing the effective implementation of the provision of this act and preventing the combating the abuse of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances and illicit traffic therein. Authority and officers assistant to the concentrated authority in foreign countries and concentrated international organization, identification, treatment, education, aftercare, rehabilitation and social reintegration of addicts, availability of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances for medical and scientific use, such other matters as the central government deems necessary or expedient for the exposure purpose of securing the effective implementation of the provision of this act and preventing the combating the abuse of narcotic, drug and psychotropic substances and illicit traffic therein, the central government may, if it considers it necessary to expedient, so to do so for the purpose of this act by order published in the official gazette, constitute an authority or hierarchy of authority by such name or names as may be specified in the order for the purpose or exercising such of the powers and functions of the central government under this act and for taking measures with respect to such of the matters referred to subsection 2 as may be mentioned in the order to and subject to supervision and control of the central government and the provision of such order authority or authorities may exercise the power and take the measures so mentioned in the order as if such authorities or authorities has been empowered by this act to exercise those powers to take such measures. Officers of central government, without prejudice the provision of subsection 3 of section 4 The central government shall appoint a narcotics commissioner and may also appoint such other officers with such designations as it is think fit for the purpose of this act. Some of the authorities are created by this act for the smooth work of the office staff and the central government, and the power may be delegated to all the officers and all the departments of this narcotic section. The narcotic commissioner shall either by himself or through officers subordinate to him exercise all the power and perform all functions relating to the superintendence of the cultivation of the opium poppy and production of the opium, and shall also exercise and perform such other powers and function as may be entrusted to him by the central government. The officers appointed under subsection 1 shall be subject to the general control and direction of the central government, or so directed by the government, also of the board of any authority of officer. So these are the structure of the central government officing authority which are used for the statement and the proper work for the narcotic department in India. So the central government have such powers. They give our power. They give their power to delegate in the state government, and the proper smooth work of the government should be done under the supervision of the central government. The central government is responsible for all the act, export, import, cultivation, collection, and different type of activities related to the psychotropic and narcotic substances. They all have been done under the restrict or supervision of the central government and the state government. Thereafter they do their work with the help of the government. Any cultivator, any type of manufacturer, or any type of processor, they all are come under this act, and they are governed by the central body, and they are also governed by the state body in accordance to this law. The Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Consultative Committee. First we see what is the work of what is the essential essentiality of this committee. The Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Consultative Committee give their consultation for any type of activities related with these type of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. The Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Consultative Committee, the central government may constitute by notification in the official gazette an advisory committee to be called Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Consultative Committee. Hereafter in this section referred to as the committee to advise the central government on such matter relating to the administration of this act are referred to it by that government from time to time. The committee shall consist of a chairman. This is the structure of a committee. We are going to discuss what is the structure and how many officers and how many workers are come under the committee. The committee shall consist of a chairman and such other members not exceeding 20. The members of this committee cannot be exceed more than 20, as may be appointed by the central government. They all have been appointed by the central government with the help of a official gazette. The committee shall meet when required to do so by the central government and shall have power to regulate its own procedure. The committee may, if it deems it necessary, so to do for the efficient discharge of any its function, constitute one or more subcommittee and may appoint to any such subcommittee, whether generally or for the consideration of any particular matter, any person including a non-official who is not the member of the committee, the term of office of the manner of filling casual vacancy in the offices of and the allowances, if any, payable to the chairman and other members of the committee, and the conditions of restriction subjected to which the committee may appoint a person who is not a member of the committee as a member of any of its subcommittee, shall be such as may be prescribed by the rules made by the central government. These all activities of the committee, the substance, the narcotic drug and psychotropic substance consultative committee, shall be done in the supervision of the central government with the help of the official gazette. Officers of the state government, the state government may appoint such officers with such designation as it thinks fit for the purpose of this Act. 11. The officer's appointment under subsection 1 shall be subjected to the general control and direction of the state government, or if so directed by that government, also of any other authority or officer. So this is in this video we have to discuss all the committees and all the definitions. After the introduction part, we are going to summarize this video. This is the short summary for this video. Firstly we have discussed about the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 when it is passed. The time is 16 September 1985. What are the powers of this act and what is the objective of this act? An act to consolidate and amend the law relating to the narcotic drug. The narcotic drug relating law where they are using, they all have been amended and changed by this new law to make strict provision for the control and regulation of the operations relating to narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. In this scenario, we have seen all the aspects of this act to provide the forfeiture for property derived from use, illicit traffic in narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, in implement provision of international conservation of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. These are related to the objective of this act. And this act came in the 36th year of the Republic of India as follows. Here the chapter 1 contains short title, extent and commencement. The name of this act is given in this chapter. In extent to whole in India, it applies also like the Act of Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances 1985. To all persons or ships and aircraft registered in India, they all follow this rule and know the act named with Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. So we have seen what are the objectives and why the act should be required for the Indian government. So we are going to discuss the definition or summarize the definition part. Here many type of definition are given that have been used in the remaining part of the act. Addict, what is addict and what is board, what is cannabis, what is charas, ganja and cannabis plant, any mixture of this. There are some definitions about central government factories, coca derivatives, crude cocaine, ecogene, cocaine and coca leaf. What is the coca plant? Commercial quantity, controlled delivery, corresponding law, controlled substances. What are the convenience? Essential narcotic drug, illicit traffic, cultivation and collection of the opium, engaging the production, manufacture and processing, sale, purchase, transportation, warehousing, concealment, consumption, import, export into state and into state and after state. Some definition dealing with the activities, narcotic drug and psychotropic substances that are referred in subclass 1 to 5. International Convention definition, protocol amending convention mentioned. What are the definition of manufacturer? Refining, making, manufactured drug, coca derivatives. What are the coca derivatives? What are the medicinal cannabis? Narcotic commissioner. Who is narcotics commissioner? What is the definition of the narcotic commissioner? Narcotic drug and coca leaf, cannabis hemp, opium, poppy straw, including all manufactured drug. What is the meaning of an opium? Opium derivative, medicinal opium. What is prepared opium? What is phenanthrene? What is diacetyl morphine? All the preparation containing more than 0.2% of morphine or containing diacetyl morphine. What are the opium poppy? What is the species of the papaver family used for the cultivation of this drug? What is poppy straw? What is poppy straw concentrate? Preparation, prescribed, production. These all are the definitions given for the example of these things which are used in the rest of this act. So chapter 2 give the authorities and officers. Authorities and officers, some officers are central officers and some officers are state officers. Officers of central government, the Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Consultative Committee. Who are the officers of the state government and which act govern this topic? This is from my side in this video, and after this video the third part of the narcotic drug and psychotropic substances we have been discussed in afterware. The forthcoming video is is shortly be uploaded by me. So thank you.